IPPIS is a secretariat under the Accountant General of the Federation with the responsibility of paying salaries. Good morning and thank you for joining us on Nigeria Now. And today we are going to look at the issue of ghost workers. And then looking at issue of ghost workers, that will allow us to look at some areas that we feel it is important that government should look at it critically and then do something about it, because Nigerians out there are asking so many questions that they need a constructive and a believable answer so that they can key into government policies and give them all the support that they need. Don't forget, this is Equa Television International and we are live. And we believe for those of us that are used to this particular program, you know how we do it here. Just follow us. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. You can do well to give us your own input based on what you feel concerning what we are discussing. I'm not alone. I'm with Lois Turaki. Lois, good morning.
Good morning.
How
You're
are you
good
doing?
this morning?
Yeah.
Yes. IPPS, Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, that the government brought in 2006. And based on the aims and objectives of the IPPS, it was to have accurate data, and it was basically for accuracy, so that government workers will be paid salary appropriately. And then you talked about ghost workers. That's basically what we'll be talking about today, because from what you said, people have been asking questions about the issues of ghost workers. And ghost workers, the issue of ghost workers did not just start today. It has been like a menace in our in the systems that's talking about government parastatals, ministries, and then people that are not supposed to be paid a certain amount are being paid. And then, you know, government has been complaining of lack of funds and all of that. And then imagine that funds that are supposed to be used for the public interest and all of that are being given to people that are not even supposed to have such payment. And then, like you said, people are asking questions.
Yes, like you rightly said, IPPIS is to checkmate all of this menace, like you said, that is eating deep into the federal government corpus. And then is one of the transformation agenda of the federal government of Nigeria, with the aim of creating a centralized database, as you said, for Nigerian public service, with a single accurate source of employee information, and provide integration on the other business applications. And then, like you said, this menace has been there, you know, and then it is something that I think this government, when it came, and then they thought it wise, number one, to have TSA, which is to centralize the account of all ministries and parastatals of federal government. And then after that, how the system, you know, worked, and then helped the federal government to discover like over 1,000 ghost workers under the payroll. And then the questions that people are asking out there: how comes, you know, these people are being paid? Who are those people that have been collecting this money? This monies that are being paid to people that we don't know. People that we don't know, people that don't exist, are the people that are on the payroll. But people that collect the money, the monies are physical. So I can't just manage it too.
Based on the studies, there are many other African countries that are having the issues of these ghost workers. It's not just Nigeria, but then, of course, this is our country, and then we have to. It's a thing of concern to us that we have issues of ghost workers, because I know that this administration came. It was part of their mandate. One of the things they said agenda they want to do is to fight corruption, and then the issue of ghost workers is part of corruption, because people, like you said, that are not physical are the ones receiving the salaries. And sometimes this issue of ghost workers, some people are not even aware that they're even in that payroll. Because imagine if you're aware that you are in a particular a payroll of a particular ministry, you will ask them to give you part of the money they are receiving. Definitely, because you can't, at the end of the day, if something happens, it's you they will come and catch, because it's your name and your details that are there. But most people don't even know that their names are even in that payroll. Like an example I gave, I don't know whether it's in this show or maybe today's life, I think, that I said there was someone in one of these states that was in the payroll of a ministry, I can't really recall, for 35 years. His name was in that payroll and he didn't even know about it. Someone else was eating the salary until when the people came and started digging into the informations and all of that, and then they discovered that so person's name and details has been in this payroll and he has not been working in that ministry. You see, these are some of the issues that we're having.
For over 30 years.
For over 30 years.
Somebody has been collecting.
Yes. And this person, he went for the job interview, everything. They said he was going to be called upon to start the work. And then for over those years, he was not even called upon. He just went and he was doing other things that will profit him. And someone else was there eating the money he was supposed to be receiving.
Not knowing that.
Not knowing.
He was appointed.
Yes.
And then everything that he's supposed to get
everything.
When it comes to issue of employment, somebody has been collecting it.
For
over 32 years. He's almost retiring. If you check the years of service, you get the point. So that means somebody has been using his name, to collect all of those remunerations that's supposed to go to that person. So number one, there's an illegal employment.
Yes.
That has been given by someone. Someone approves it. And then someone is taking the money. And then someone is checking the list before payment. How did we get it wrong? That is just my question. But before then, I just want to look at the main objective, of this IPPIS.
Okay.
Number one, to provide a central database to aid the government manpower planning and decision making. Number two, to facilitate automation and storage of personnel record to support emolument payment against budget. Third, to prevent wages and leakages by ensuring staff remuneration is based on factually correct information. Number four, ensure prompt payment of salaries directly to employees' account with appropriate educations and then remittance of third-party payment. I think these are some of the objectives. You see, e.g., like tax, pension, cooperatives, union dues, and then bank loans. So many years back, we had these issues whereby people are being shortchanged because of the issue of third party. Sometimes back, that someone will collect someone's salary and then keep for 15 days, for 2 months, looking for the interest on it, before withdrawing the money and then paying them. without even the employee knowing that this is the exact problem.
Yes.
And then you start wondering, not knowing that a particular person or persons in that particular ministry agree to go and keep that money for 3 months, while the worker keep working
at the worker's detriment, because you don't know what the person is waiting for that salary to use for. I recall when I opened a bank account, and then the person that opened the bank account didn't tell me that she was going to, I will not be able to use the funds in that account, although I opened the account because I wanted to save the money. But unknowingly to me, she wanted to keep the account so that the interest will I don't know how it's going to
accumulate.
Yes, and it will add more bonus to what she's collecting where she's working. And so it happened that something came, and then I wanted to use that money in that account. I tried to transfer the money and it wasn't going, network and all of that. So my mind didn't even go to the fact that, okay, probably this person locked the account so that I won't be able to access it. Until I tried, I even sent her a message, I want to transfer money from this account and it's not going, and she just gave me one kind of excuse. I kept trying, and then later on, I now understood that she was doing it so that it will profit her at the end of the day. And I was like, why didn't you tell me? It is unfair because you don't know. I kept that money because of rainy days, and then you did that. And I could not even access the money, and I needed to use it urgently for something. You see, and this is just exactly what some of these people were doing. Someone is waiting for a salary to do something urgent, and then you keep it for the next 3 months. That is not even fair at all.
It's not. It's not. So IPPS, basically is to take care of all of this, and then you see it really helped. I know of workers that were celebrating this issue of like direct contact from the federal government to their account, like whatever is due you at the end of the month, directly from that central database, they send everything and you get your money, not having third party. Yes. Because so many corruption has been going during that particular system. But we are here with IPPS, and then we noticed that they were able to discover over 7,000 ghost workers on that payroll. The question is that the question is that who is responsible for those names there?
The people that included the names there should be, I feel, okay, the people that there are definitely people managing those, there are directors and all those people managing the ministries. Definitely there are people in charge of employing people. And so if those people that are in charge, you see most times, it's not like the jobs are not there, but then when you go and apply for the job, someone else's name is being included instead of yours. And then just like the example I gave of that man, someone else's name will be there. I've seen a story I know people that maybe their fathers were directors in some ministries, and then they just included their names. They've been paying them salaries, they don't even go to work and all of that. And they are collecting real money. It's not like it's some chicken change or what. They will just give them. They collect salaries till maybe when the father leaves that particular position, and then probably the next person that comes in will check all of that and then remove some of these people that are not even worthy to collect those salaries. So these are some of the things that we see in the reports each and every day. And that's what brings us to the issue of Bashir Ahmed, who resigned from being the media aide of the president, and for 3 months he was still collecting his salary in full.
He resigned early. IPPS discovered 70,000 ghost workers, and then saved the federal government over 22 billion. That's monthly. Yeah. And then federal government is complaining there's no money. They just told us that any moment we'll go back to recession.
Yes.
Federal government is borrowing money to pay salaries.
And we are the fourth.
And we are the fourth. How do they put it?
We're the fourth indebted country
Fourth,
in the world.
I'm trying to find a softer word that at least Nigeria will not feel, you know. We are the number fourth indebted country when it comes to debt, you know, borrowing. Yes, countries are borrowing. We know it's a general thing. But what are you borrowing for? Nigerians are borrowing to pay salaries, not to finance project infrastructure that will bring return, that through that you can even pay back that money. So in nutshell, we are borrowing for consumption.
Yes.
So how do you pay? That means you are even spending more than your budget. And then looking at that, you are still seeing government being not responsible in her spending. I think that's why Nigerians are worried. Like the issue of Ahmed, the special assistant to the president on media. He resigned early June, early May, sorry. But he was able to collect his salary for May, that he resigned, May, June, and July. And you are saving money. IPPIS is addressing a particular thing, because even the issue of that 70,000 ghost workers that we talked about, nobody loses his job till now that we are talking, because somebody is responsible, somebody collect those money. And then we didn't hear anybody taken to court. We didn't hear anybody like saying that I have refunded so amount.
And a report said he refunded the money, but
no evidence of payment.
So what are we saying? He received over 3 million. That's from May, June, and July that he said he resigned to pursue senatorial, or was it
his political ambition?
Political ambition,
Yes,
because based on the law and everything that happened, if you are occupying if you are occupying a particular position and you want to vie into another one, you have to forsake that other one and then pursue that. And we've seen that even at that, he has even been given a higher rank, more than what he was, where he was before he resigned to
after losing the primaries. The presidency now gave him a higher appointment. Now he's a senior special assistant to the president. After
receiving 3-point-something million naira that he claimed he has refunded. And we're using IPPS.
Well, and we are borrowing.
And now, reports this morning is saying that Nigeria is still, I think last week we talked about Nigeria preparing for another recession. And today, the report says the rate is the highest recorded since September 2005. The rate now is 19.64% in July 2022. So now, this 19.64 is the highest we've had ever in the history of Nigeria since 2005. That's inflation rate. And very soon, we will enter another recession. In this particular regime, it will be like the third recession we are entering in 7 years. A regime that came with, there was a word you used earlier. I said mandates, but
agenda.
With the agenda, good. With the agenda that they want to fight corruption, they want to improve the economy, fight insecurity, and all of that. And then this is what is coming at the end of 7, almost 8 years now. The issue of ghost workers, the issue of insecurity, the issue of economy. People have to cut down on almost every budget. If you eat 5 eggs in one day, now you have to eat maybe half, because probably you share with your children. Maybe you eat one or so. Even people that on a normal day they can spend, as much as they want. Now they can't even spend that much because of the economic crisis we're into right now in the country.
check the exchange rate is though there's a remarkable improvement from 700. I think now it has dropped to 600 plus thereabout. So we can say at least there's a there's an improvement, and we are hoping and trusting God to see that, like maybe before the general election, we will see the dollar, falling down to 300 or even
maybe
250.
one naira to $1.
Okay, well, we are hopeful, yes, because a new Nigeria is possible. A new Nigeria is possible. I think the most important thing is a political will from our own leaders, being deliberate on certain things, being deliberate on certain policies, being deliberate on even her spending, being objective, in her way of governance, and then being proactive on some certain key issues that it's really of a public interest. It's really of masses interest, let me put it this way, because Nigeria is not for only the elite. Nigeria is for everybody. So we need to see that enlivening environment that a normal barber on the street, in a small community, can say, yes, he's grateful, he's happy with what he's doing, because that thing is really giving him turnover.
Yes.
Is feeding him and is taking care of his needs. So he won't see the need to start going to cities, like looking for a greener pasture or thereabout, because we believe if every sector is working, it will take care of so many things, even the insecurity that we are talking. Definitely it will take care of. But what Nigerians are saying, who are those people that collected those monies? We want to hear, if possible, what are their names, where are they, what is the judicial system doing concerning these people? Because as far as we're concerned, this is a corruption cases. And then you can't just get away with such kind of crime, and then you expect people to turn away their faces when an opportunity is being presented to them to do otherwise. But once, people that are found responsible for all of this wrongdoings that are being punished, definitely it will be a deterrent to even people that are even contemplating doing so.
We just hope that things will turn out better, like the new Nigeria we are clamoring for. The World Bank is estimated that inflation will likely push an additional 1 million people into poverty by the end of 2020 if nothing is being done. And that is not what we are hoping and praying for, because if it affects one person, it affects everybody. Because it's everybody that is feeling it. I'm sure even the elites, even the way they spend before, I'm sure they don't spend the way they used to spend before. Although there are so many people that have money in this country that we don't know.
Yeah, sure.
But then we want everybody to be comfortable living the life in Nigeria. Not that some people are enjoying it while some are trying so hard, like they are crawling to live, to survive. No, we want everybody to be carried along. That's what we want.
Yeah, thank you for doing this with me, Lois. The basic thing is that we want government to be responsible in all her dealings. Thank you for doing this with us. From all of us here at Equa TV International, we are saying thank you. Keep following us. And then we hit 50,000 followers, and we are saying we are very, very grateful for believing in us, for always following us. And we encourage you to keep sharing, keep inviting others so that they will keep following. This is just the starting point. We want to see hitting 5 million, 10 million. Why not? We can do it. We have the population, and then we have the content. So thank you so much for believing in us, and we wish you the best of the rest of the day.